emergency alert system. Local authorities issued a warning. Location, Basswood County and neighboring counties. This is a warning from Basswood County Police Department and neighboring counties.
We have received alerts about a humanoid creature that invaded the county. There have been 11 murders until now. The victims' bodies show decapitation, absence of arms and hands due to amputation, stabbing in the neck. It is clear that there is a hostile creature around you, and you should do the following. Close your doors and windows. Grab any weapon. Hide in your basement or the attic. These are characteristics of the creature. Tall, long limbs, long neck, long fingers, unnatural face, menacing eyes, and smiling. Average human compared to the creature. To make sure you are able to identify this creature, we are going to show you 5 police sketches that were drawn according to eyewitnesses' descriptions. Figure 1, Figure 2, Figure 3, Figure 4, Figure 5.
Holy sh! Some sort of tendrily humanoids masquerading as members of humankind in order to prey upon your species for heretofore unknown reasons. It appears that Basswood County and its residents are under siege by anthropomorphic entities known as humanoids. These creatures stalk and kill humans in incredibly gruesome ways, usually centering around the mutilation and amputation of body parts. The entities themselves are described as incredibly uncanny, with anatomy that looks vaguely human, but upon any sort of further inspection, is quite off.
Long fingers. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I sure hope not.
This all seems pretty clear from the tape, but there's one part that I couldn't quite piece together. When we get this illustration and image of the creature, the inscription seems to be a combination of Old English and modern-day English. I can't read the whole thing, but the words "killeth thee and thy family" and "looks liketh a human" definitely aren't the syntax that Shakespeare was writing in. So either someone's faking how old this is, or something else is going on. Great analog horror. My one note, useth a fucking translator. Now, these things are incredibly scary, but as a mentally unstable individual who enjoys keeping unregistered firearms on their person at all times, I don't really think I should be the one afraid. I can't believe these survive in America. I've seen squirrels that get shot for looking less creepy.
Tape 2. Detective Jeff Alberson's tapes, 1998. During the investigation of one of the victims' houses, Detective Jeff Alberson found some tapes recorded by Redacted, the house owner. The police scanned the tapes and found the recordings of the victims' rooms before breaking into the house by the anomaly. Under the supervision of Detective Jeff Alberson, these tapes were named Jeff Alberson's Footage Collection Tapes, 1998. The police also found a sketchbook that belongs to the victim. These were the drawings inside of it.
After viewing that tape, I think we're all thinking the same thing. Wow, Jeff really knows how to make a title.
Shouldn't we call these the Basswood Creature Investigation Tapes or something? That's what's on them.
I'm sorry, did you find the tapes? No,
Jeff Alberson found the tapes, so Jeff Alberson gets to name them whatever Jeff Alberson wants.
Yet you wonder why people don't want to work with you, Jeff.
Aside from Jeff's ego, these tapes get us closer to the beings in question. With a clearer look, we can now discern that it has root-like structures coming from its body. As was suggested by the first tape, these creatures likely use the tendrils on their body to hunt humans. And perhaps the uncanny valley faces that the entities sport could be some sort of camouflage, even though you could easily spot their fake-ass face one-on-one. If this thing was in a crowd, you might not notice until it followed you home. With that comforting thought cemented, let's take a look at the next tape.
Tape 3, Identity Test, Basswood County. Viewing this tape is prohibited by law. You will be shown images of human faces to test your recognition of uncanniness in them. We can hear you. Normal. 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 Not normal. What does his face look like? Visual hazard, the failure of Jeff Alberson. Chamber in the woods, where they come from, the door to a realm. We know where you live.
You kinda look dead, my guy. You might want to try something different with your hair. Or your entire body. This tape tells us a few things about the creatures in question. That is, they can wear hats! Evidently, they're training individuals to be able to recognize the difference between an actual human being and a humanoid creature. How someone, in the first place, would mistake a normal human face for one that looks like it was made out of silly putty and then melted is beyond me, but whatever. We also learn that these creatures come from a chamber in the woods. What does all this mean? I don't know. We still have more tapes to get through, and I've already watched them all, so just trust me, it'll make more sense in a second. I will tell your mind what it cannot comprehend. What does that mean? I mean, you can tell it to them all you want, but if they can't comprehend it, it'll be like teaching algebra to a termite. In all seriousness, this may be referring to the Lovecraftian idea that if a man were to hear incomprehensible things, he would go mad. And perhaps this creature is threatening to expose your human minds to things that it cannot handle. That sounds a bit stressful, so for a bit of a break, the next tape is gonna be about how to live a peaceful life.
How can you live a peaceful life? Do not care about people's opinions. Get out. Sit in the park, around the trees, where you can watch the sea. Feel the breeze on your skin. And remember, when you are not running, I'm only getting closer.
Trust me, dude, you don't want it from me. I'm gonna stomp out all your teeth, make you eat them, and then put your tooth-filled shit under your son's pillow, and I'm not even giving him $1 for it. I'm not sure if that video added any new information or if it was just a threat, but I enjoyed it enough to watch the next episode.
Tape 5. The Chamber. Basswood County, a chamber in the woods. Where they come from. Mr. Calvin Basswood discovered an odd building in the wood in 1868. He discovered it in what is now named after him, Basswood County. In his diary, he said that it looked like something from the future, a building no one knew existed. He entered the building and saw people. They looked like human beings, but something was strange about them. They showed no emotions. They had unnatural limbs and tree roots coming from their backs. They began to show hostile behavior. He escaped the place. He called it the chamber. Missing. Andy Stevens, after the transformation. Philadelphia Group. In 1996, a group of researchers from Philadelphia, U.S. went to investigate the cases of missing people in only 1 month in Basswood County. They went across the county, Basswood Forest, and recorded the journey. This is what... Location, the chamber. Left zone. Entrance from the hallway.
We now have a confirmed report that they come from some sort of strange chamber structure in the woods. Not only that, we get a look inside of this chamber, and it has some cool shit in there. Like a dead man, or a dead lady, or a copy of the identity test tape. Which could mean a few things. First of all, these creatures are intelligent. We could already confirm that they could talk to us, so this is just the nail in the coffin on that argument as far as I see it. Second of all, it means these creatures either A, made the tape for some reason, or B, discovered the tape, knew it was referring to them and how to effectively avoid getting dead via skinsuit, and decided they needed to study our evasion tactics to flip the script. I believe personally that it's the second one.
What is a human? Hello, I am Doctor. In this tape, I will teach you about the human anatomy. The human is a chamber for them. I will show you how they control your body. Here is the human head where consciousness exists. Here are the nerves. That's how the head looks after the creatures use it. These are the small nerves, and here is the core. They create it so they can control your body. Here is the structure of the humanoid brain. The brain of the humanoid is different from the brain of the humans. It functions only to serve one purpose. Let us in. Characteristics of the humanoid: long limbs, long fingers, tall, roots coming out of the back, can extend their neck, uncanny facial features, no emotions. Transformation of the humanoid. Stage 1, true form. Stage 2, Stage 3, Stage 4, Stage 5. It takes time for them to reform their face, to look like a human, to look like you.
We also now know that they use skin to transform into an almost one-for-one doppelganger of the person that they've mutilated and murdered. The statement, "I will wear your skin as a suit," sounds like a perfectly valid response that I made to a Chick-fil-A employee when they asked if Pepsi was okay, but in reality, it may be a hint as to how these creatures operate. Maybe it isn't just a threat, but an explanation, meaning they wear skins as suits. This tape confirms this theory by showing us one Andy Stevens, who was seemingly skin-suited by one of these root creatures, becoming a fashion accessory for them in real time. We also learn that they have 5 stages to becoming a human alternate, and they can only really blend in when they get to stage 5. These tapes raise a lot of questions about the creatures. First off, what are they exactly? It is my theory that these are some sort of parasitic invasion of the body snatchers type organism, using humans as skin puppets to expand their numbers. This theory is all well and good. The only problem is, like any other theory, it just raises more questions. What do they want? What do they use those little feely tentacle bits for? Would they go halfsies on a sandwich with me? There are still a lot of questions that remain unanswered, but if the creator drops another tape, you know your favorite eyeball miscreant will be there to cover it. If you like this video and want us to come back and check out the rest of this fantastic analog horror series, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with all notifications enabled, and watch all my other stuff, or I'll feed you to the root humanoids. I want to thank Connor from the Trademark Voice for editing this video. They're a great editor and you should go watch all of their things. I want to thank Dark Mind for making this great analog horror and being so cool when I hit them up about it. You should go check out their stuff. Shout out the Inner Circle. Love y'all. Okay, bye.